The comments are still coming in thick and fast. There seems to be somewhat of a resurgence lately as the flat earthers descend on my Facebook page and YouTube channel with a vengeance. This is another comments video. Roll the titles. Hello all and welcome along to another comments video with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin today, a quick word from me about today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Okay, look, let me tell you something exciting. There has never been a better time to start playing Raid. 5 million monthly active users can't be wrong. And whilst Raid celebrates 6 years, they went crazy with giveaways for new players. Check this out. After downloading Raid with my link, you'll get an incredible birthday package. An epic hero Zargala for free plus $60 worth of goodies, first legendary champion Supreme Gallic, and a second legendary Alice the Wanderer. More on all that though in a minute. As I said, Raid Shadow Legends is celebrating its anniversary, and this year they're making it big with a grand masquerade. Check this out, I've been turned into a real Raid champion. Meet Karoto Fox Hunter. He looks ready to debunk anything. I chose this one because he looks so cool and I love his armour. I feel like Karoto would do all that he could to protect you. What do you all think? Do you think I look like I belong in the world of Teleria? What about you lot? What champion would you be in Raid? If you haven't started playing yet, then what are you waiting for? Click my link in the description or scan my QR code to get anniversary bonuses available only with my link. You will immediately get the huge anniversary starter pack worth $60 with an epic Zargala and other useful goodies. Use the promo code Supreme6 to get a Void Legendary Champion, Supreme Gallic. It's a perfect match for Zargala, they're a couple actually, and get a fourth limited edition champion, Legendary Alice the Wanderer. All you got to do for that is log into Raid for 7 days. These champions are only available after downloading from my custom link or QR code. If you go directly to the app stores or use any other link, you won't get these fantastic packages. So make sure to download with my link and use the promo code as well. Come find me under the name Simon Dan and join my clan, the Snow Wolves. Right, on with today's comment video, and as usual the flirps are out in force in my comment section of all my social media, to be honest. So much so that I've got enough comments at the moment to make months worth of videos. Let's get this episode underway though, and we start with James Hodges, who says, I gave your video a thumbs down. I would give it a thumbs up if you would edit yourself out of it. Candice is a rock star. You suck. Well, I could have done that, James, but that would have just left a video of Candice Owens saying that dinosaurs are fake and the moon landings didn't happen. A video that probably would not have been at home on my channel. Thanks for the interaction with the video though, James. Moving on, we have a Jerry Hacker who says, how much did they pay you, Scam Man Dan, to lie to people every single day of your life? Do you have no soul? 2 packets of crisps and a Mars bar. No, I kid. They have paid me nothing. And even if there was a they, I'd happily not lie for nothing. My soul is very much okay, thank you, Jerry. Next up to have their say is Shelby Timmons, who says, please can you explain to me why I can see the moon and the sun at the same time? Make that make sense. This guy is being paid to try help carry the lies of what the actual world is. He is following mainstream without actually giving us real life proof to back himself up. He just talks the gab. Simon Dan, stop talking and go and get us proof, because there is way too much proof of it being flat. It goes deep. But I can explain it all to you because you are holding on to what you got taught in school, which is a made up belief you have been brainwashed, and psychologically your videos are showing me that. Where is your evidence? Why are you just talking? Come out and get the proof. All you are doing is just commenting and basing your opinion on somebody else's video that they're actually proving you wrong. Why are you not getting the proof to back your words up to help with your evidence? Why aren't you doing that? Why are you just talking? It's easy to talk. It's way too easy to talk. You sound so uneducated. You look like you can't think for yourself. Have you never been to a beach? Go out and get us proof to back your nonsense of words up. It's too easy to speak on someone else's video, mate. You want me to make that make sense regarding the sun and the moon? Sure. Here we go. This shows you quite nicely how it's possible to see both the sun and the moon in the same sky. And again with the paid thing, I wish I was being paid, let me tell you that for free. Also, if you're going to call me uneducated, it might be quite nice in your comment to make sure your grammar and punctuation is correct. Just a note. Next up we have our resident Facebook troll Smuts Vans, who says, oh Simon Dan aka Simon Dumb Dan aka Runner aka Loser, 7 years ago you couldn't prove your fairy tale gravity, yet you just keep on babbling incoherently about something imaginary, so typical clunker idiocy. Just the amount of effort that you put into your comments, Smuts, amuses me no end. The fact you have to make a little meme and everything is adorable. Keep being you, Smuts. The engagement you bring to my Facebook page is quite simply phenomenal. Next up on the comments video is Wilco Shores de Jager, who says, and yet again our Super Zero Captain Coward did again, while he had nothing to mention and just wanted some attention, actually not just a little but only the most, so he created this silly post. So what? Anyone who posts on social media is just doing so for attention? What I'm actually trying to do is provide value for anyone who follows me on social media. Trying to build a community. That is all, Wilco. Moving on then, and next up we have, it's David Ray again, who says, how did you personally measure the diameter of the sun, Simon Dan? Oh, I thought you'd never ask, David. This is how I personally measured the diameter of the sun. Now, believe it or not, I don't know if you can see that, that's a picture of the sun, a projection of the sun. Now, if you did this during a solar eclipse, then you would see the disk of the sun being covered by the moon in this little projection. So all we need to do now is take a measurement. We want to measure the diameter of the projected disk at the back of the shoebox. And we can see using this ruler that it is 3 millimeters. And we want the length of our box, which is 34.5 centimeters. But again, we need to convert that to kilometers. 35.5 centimeters is 0.000345 kilometers. And then we need to multiply that by the distance to the sun, which on the day of recording is 150,448,537 kilometers. And if we total all of that up, we get a sun diameter of 1,308,248 kilometers. I hope you're happy now. Dear oh dear, David, that one caught you out, didn't it? Next up we have Tim Asheroff, who says, Simon Dan would definitely be smarter than Cuckman Dan. Anything out there is smarter than a brainwashed NASA sack-sucking gimp like you. Well, Tim, what can I say to that one? I sent this one to my wife and a friend of mine. They both found it hilarious, so well done you. And he's a top fan as well. Amazing. Moving on again, we have Baron Rothschild, who says, Simon Dan thinks you can have an atmosphere and a vacuum side by side. He also thinks water curves around the outside of a surface. Well, someone is week one of their flirf journey, aren't they? Only someone who's recently watched a few Flat Earth TikToks and YouTube videos can have that amount of confidence. It's in the Flat Earther starter pack for sure. See you in a few years, Baron, where you'll be referencing the angle of attack to try and prove that boats don't disappear over the horizon. Next up to have their say is Henry Hubert de Corbiat, who says, thank you, Grandma Simon Dan. Want a cup of tea? Lol, what a poor globetard. Yeah, I'd always be up for a cup of tea. Thanks, Henry. Not sure about the grandma comment though. Bit of a weird one that. Moving on again, and we have Sabrina Mish Massey, who has this to say. Simon Dan, you're always sheep and a shill. Well, yeah, that one makes sense. Maybe we should all try using the word sheep as a verb and see where it gets us. Next up to have their say in this comments video is Patriot clad in a world gone mad, who says, Sci-Fi Man Dan, you're a melt. Well, at least you got the right "you're" in that one, Patriot. Not much more I can argue with you there on this one. Well done you, 9 out of 10. Next up we have LCKRD, who says, Dan is irrelevant and gets paid to repeat lies. Again with the paid nonsense. It's a narrative I see again and again and again. It's like they can't believe that anyone will want to do what I do without getting paid for it. Hopefully the next commenter is a bit more original. Muppet Boy Dan. Awakening the heart. Thank you. A bit of originality for once. Can Tom Dondero do any better? Goofy Man Dan. You should be called Tom Dontero. That was a poor effort. And finally, we have True Hoodant, who says, Bye Man Dan, still at it her, lol, shilling like a villain. Yes, I'm still at it, and I'll be at it for another 7 years as well, as long as misinformation is on the internet. Well, there we go, another fresh batch of comments, all dispatched for another week. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of those. What was your favourite? Should I do an entire compilation of funny names for me? But as I say, we're all done and dusted for another one. Thanks so much for watching today. It is, as always, truly appreciated. If you enjoyed it, please do consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the thumbs up button too, and of course, sharing the video if you found this one helpful or funny. Just enough time for another quick word from me about today's sponsor, Raid. If you haven't started playing Raid yet, then what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description or use my QR code to get the anniversary bonuses only available through my links. I've been Simon Dan, have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow for a brand new Flat Earther. See you then.